Hello, and welcome to I Can't Say It, Day 65. It is March 6th, Tuesday. When it comes to weigh-in information, there's nothing to say because I didn't weigh myself this morning. I am still riding high off of yesterday's record low of 275.6. Great. Uh, Diet today, a little heavy on the cake because it was my son's birthday, and so I had a little bit of leftover cake for lunch, and we had a little bit of cake for dessert after dinner. But that's okay. So far, if you look at the piece of paper right there, making progress with the weight, still eating cake. No soda, no lemonade, no liquids of that sort except for water, and then the occasional milkshake. But really, it's just water. And so far, it's been okay when it comes to seeing soda. When I look at a soda, I still remember what it tastes like. I still remember how good it feels to drink a nice cold soda on a warm day. So, same thing applies to Pepsi or Coke or Mountain Dew. All delicious, all tempting. But honestly, if I've made it this far, I'm still curious to see how much further I can make it. And it's one less thing that's impacting my weight. And the fact that I've been making progress with the weight means that it's going down. So keeping that out of my diet. So once again, body just has to get used to eating less. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm spreading it out. My son tends to have the trough method when it comes to eating, so he eats a little every day. And I'm thinking that might be actually the best way to go, is to let the body get to the point that it wants some food, give it a little bit of food, make it through the next few hours, eat some more food. So really my day does start off with a little bit of breakfast. An hour or so later, cookies. I know, you're saying, why don't you have something else? And I just might. Then I have lunch at 11:30, some sort of snack, usually around 3 o'clock to make it by the time I get home for dinner and eat a meal. Today I don't think I had cookies at 3 o'clock, so I think that cake that I had for dessert at lunch probably was what held me over. Keep up drinking the water. Our water faucet is now downstairs at work because they're doing construction upstairs. So if I want to get water, I have to go downstairs to the water fountain. And my 20-ounce cup, I can't fill all the way because, if you've got a 20-ounce cup and you're trying to maneuver the water faucet, it doesn't work. So I get it about 3/4 full. And so then I have to go back upstairs, drink it, and come down. So not only am I getting steps in, I'm getting stairs in and still drinking the water. So when the construction at work is done, who knows what it's gonna look like, whether my step count is gonna go up or down. I did get my step count today. For some reason, I was down to 53,000 steps, so that's less than it was the week before. But I am happy to say that from a weight count, I was down where I want to be, so I'm not feeling too bad about that. So today, March 6th, is the 9th anniversary of my creation of a Twitter account. And a lot of my tweets lately have been all political about the Trump presidency and what other politicians have been saying, which is fine. I also like to tweet about music. I haven't tweeted about music too much lately. When I was finishing up my last job, during the last several months, I actually went through the Rolling Stone top 500 albums of all time, one by one, listening to each and every one of them on Spotify or YouTube. There was only a few that I couldn't find in other place. And I provided commentary on what album or what I thought was a good album and a poor album, and I was like, what the heck is this? So I'm going to pull out. What I'm going to actually do is try to get those tweets together and sort of put them in some sort of compilation so I can review them and take a look at them and see what albums I really thought were good and sort of do a compilation. NME, New Musical Express, has done a top 500 albums as well. And I started listening to that, but it's a little hard to stay focused on that when work has actually caused a lot of my attention to be drawn to it. So it's, you try to listen to the music, but a lot of times at work now, because I have to require so much focus, I have the music going, but it's background. It's more background. It's like you can't really, it's music that I know that I can block out. So there's Queen and Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, The Who. So it's music that, I'm familiar with, so I don't have to listen to it. I just know that it's there and it blocks out any of the surrounding sound. So yes, if you want to, go check out my Twitter feed. It's just my first name, last name. And it's real easy to find. It's out there. I don't delete any of my tweets. I think I did delete one, years ago, because when I reread it, it was like, it didn't capture the meaning of what I was trying to say, and so I deleted it. But for the most part, I don't delete tweets. If there's a misspelling, there's a misspelling. I live with it. I don't care. My wife pointed out that I put Stat Trek instead of Star Trek. Well,